On the planet of King Ko of the North. On King Ko's little planet, Whis, the skilled angel trainer, was conducting one of his training sessions with Gohan, Goku's eldest son. The young Saiyan was there to hone his skills and unlock the true potential of his beast form. The surroundings exuded a tranquil and mystical aura, with soft clouds floating across the deep blue sky. Lord Kai watched with interest and great attention as Whis and Gohan prepared to begin their training. Whis spoke, "Gohan, you have shown remarkable progress in your abilities, but there is something more inside you." The angel said in a soft voice that he felt that there was something deeper inside Gohan. It was asleep and had not yet been awakened. Gohan said, "What do you mean, Whis? Is there anything else I can achieve?" said the Saiyan, absorbing Whis' words carefully. He knew he still had a lot to discover about himself and his abilities as a Saiyan. Whis said, "Yes, Gohan. There is a legend among Saiyans, a legend about the legendary Super Saiyan. They say that only the strongest and most fearless among the Saiyans can reach this supreme state of power," spoke the angel with a smile that lit up his Saiyan face. Gohan said, "I had always heard about the legend of the legendary Super Saiyan, but I never imagined that I would be able to achieve it." "Whis, are you saying I can become the true legendary Super Saiyan?" Gohan said, eyes wide with surprise. Guys, before continuing this epic story, leave your like, and of course, if you want to help the channel even more, be a member of the channel and help the channel financially, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Once that's done, let's continue the story. Whis said, "Yes, Gohan. With the proper training and the right determination, I believe you can unlock your full potential and reach that legendary state." Gohan's heart raced at the idea. He imagined the endless possibilities that would open up to him if he could truly master this legendary power. And he wanted to know how he could do this to unlock this power within him. At that moment, Whis raised his hand, creating a glowing sphere of energy between his palms. Whis said, "This will require intensive training and absolute focus. You will need to connect with your own essence as a Saiyan and overcome all the limits you have ever known. Training starts here." Whis begins guiding Gohan through concentration, meditation, and combat exercises. Each movement was executed with precision as Gohan struggled to channel his inner energy and unlock his true potential. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, Gohan felt a deep shift within himself. His strength increased exponentially, his speed and agility reached new heights, and he began to feel a deeper connection to his Saiyan lineage. Finally, after months of hard training and relentless dedication, the decisive moment arrived. Whis said, "The time has come, Gohan. Are you ready to reach your destiny as the true legendary Super Saiyan?" said Whis, who looked at Gohan with pride in his bright eyes. Upon hearing this, Gohan took a deep breath, concentrating all his inner energy. A golden aura began to surround him, glowing with blinding intensity. His muscles swelled, his determination became unshakable. And then, in a moment of pure dedication, Gohan transcended. He transformed into the legendary Super Saiyan, but this figure that everyone already knew showed his grandeur. His body was bathed in an aura of pure energy. This was Gohan Beast, but he was aware of all this power now. He mastered his new transformation with 100% mastery. Whis said, "You did it, Gohan. You have become the true legendary Super Saiyan," said the angel with a smile, and his voice echoing with admiration. Gohan looked down at his hands, marveling at the power he now possessed. He knew this was just the beginning of his journey, but he was ready to face any challenge that came his way. At that moment, Whis already knew what the next challenge would be, to test all of Gohan's power, and it would be with an unusual ally, Broly, the legendary Saiyan whose power was known in every corner of the galaxy. Whis quickly slams his staff 3 times on the ground and teleports Gohan to the planet where Broly lived. Gohan said, "Where are we going, Whis?" asked Gohan, curious. Whis spoke, "We are heading to the planet Vampa, where Broly is currently training. He is a formidable warrior, and I believe his help will be invaluable to you, Gohan," said the angel with a mysterious smile. On the planet Vampa. Whis and Gohan finally arrive on the planet Vampa, a planet with an environment of wild and untamed beauty, but from afar Gohan could see the imposing figure of Broly, training alone. Whis and Gohan approached. Broly turned to greet them. Broly said, "Hi Whis, it's good to see you here, but what do you guys do here?" Whis said, "Broly, allow me to introduce Gohan, an extraordinary warrior who is Goku's eldest son. He came here looking for training and guidance, and I thought you would be the ideal partner for him." Broly said, "I understand. If you are willing to train, then I am willing to help," said the legendary Saiyan, who looked at Gohan and was only willing to help him because Gohan was Goku's son. Broly spoke, "I used to be dominated by my own power, but now I see that I can use it to protect those who are important to me." And so, on the planet Vampa, Gohan and Broly were preparing to begin their battles. The sun colored the horizon with orange tones over the rocky landscape as the two warriors prepared for the challenge ahead. Whis, silently watching closely, knew that this battle would be a crucial test for both Saiyans. The place vibrated with electricity, the air charged with energy as Gohan and Broly faced each other with determination, ready to begin the fight that would shape their destinies. Then they will already begin in their final forms. Broly, with his imposing presence and powerful muscles, assumed a defensive stance, his black eyes shining with focus and intensity. He knew that Gohan was a formidable opponent and was determined to test his limits to the utmost. Gohan, with his fighting stance and determination, took a deep breath, focusing his inner energy as he prepared for the confrontation. He knew he had to use all the skills and techniques he had learned to overcome the formidable challenge against Broly, the legendary Saiyan. The fight began with an explosion of speed and power. Gohan launched himself forward, delivering a series of quick and precise blows, while Broly responded with his attacks. The sound of their fists clashing echoed across the mountains, shaking the ground beneath their feet. Gohan avoided Broly's blows with agility and grace, taking every opportunity to counterattack with controlled fury. He channeled his inner energy, fueling each blow, determined to prove his strength against the legendary Saiyan. As the battle unfolded, Gohan began to find holes in Broly's defense, launching a series of well-aimed blows that began to wear down the legendary Saiyan. With a quick and calculated movement, Gohan delivered a powerful blow that caught Broly by surprise, sending him to the ground with a deafening crash. Planet Vampa shook under the impact. Broly stood up angrily, his eyes glowing with a fierce intensity. He was injured, but far from defeated. With a roar of defiance, he launched himself forward, flying with his fierce attack. Gohan saw this and channeled all his inner energy, gathering his strength for the final confrontation that would decide their fate. With a final effort and a cry of determination, Gohan launched himself forward, delivering a powerful blow that hit Broly square in the face, sending him to the ground with a deafening crash. Silence fell over the battlefield, and for a moment, everything seemed to stop as Gohan stood catching his breath, his heart pounding in his chest. Whis, watching silently, nodded approvingly at Gohan. He knew that this battle had been a crucial test for Gohan. Gohan said, "You are a formidable warrior, Broly. It was an honor to fight alongside you," Gohan said, extending his hand to Broly in a gesture of respect. On Broly's planet, after exhaustive training with Broly on the arid planet Vampa, Gohan said goodbye to the legendary Saiyan Broly, thanking him for the help and training he had provided him, helping him to evolve in technique and skills, and then also thanking Whis, who had guided him during his journey. While Gohan thanked them both with gratitude and respect, the light night air brought a feeling of calm and serenity as Whis prepared to teleport home. On planet Earth, Gohan said, "Thank you, Mr. Whis. I managed to have a fight against Broly, and with his help and yours I managed to make good progress," Gohan said with a bright and smiling look. He was still excited about what had just happened to him. Whis said, "I thank you. I was able to observe your evolution and your wonderful training. But remember, Saiyans usually never stop evolving, and I believe that with you it will be no different," said the angel, looking happy and proud, laughing lightly. Before Gohan could even realize it, Whis was already gone. Gohan knew he was stronger than ever, but there was still a way to go. His mind was filled with reflections on how he could continue to grow and become stronger, not just as a warrior, but as a husband and father. Finally, he found himself in front of his house, lit by the soft glow of the full moon. The feeling of coming home was comforting, filling him with a sense of love. Upon entering the house, Gohan was greeted by the warm embrace of his wife and the joyful laugh of his daughter, Pan. Videl said, "Come, sit with us and tell us about his adventure." Videl said, sitting on the sofa with Pan. The love that radiated from that familiar scene was like a balm for his soul, reminding him of what really mattered in his life. Gohan spent the night with his family, sharing stories about their adventures and enjoying the simple joy of being together. As he watched his daughter fall asleep peacefully in her room, he felt overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude and determination. When he finally retreated to his own room, Gohan lay on the bed, staring at the ceiling as his mind wandered. He was deeply in thought about how he could continue to grow as a warrior, as a protector of his family, and as a defender of the universe. The moon shone softly through the window, bathing the room in a silvery light. Gohan closed his eyes, focusing on his breathing and the energy pulsing within him. He knew he had unlimited potential, just waiting to be unlocked. As the night progressed and the world outside fell asleep, Gohan remained awake, immersed in his thoughts and reflections. He was determined to find a way to reach new heights of power, not just for himself, but for those he loved and for whom he was willing to fight. In the silence of the deep night, as the world around him sank into stillness, Gohan found himself immersed in a whirlwind of thoughts and ideas. Lying on his bed, his gaze fixed on the dark ceiling, he mentally reviewed each technique, each battle, each challenge on his journey as a Saiyan warrior. His mind buzzed with possibilities, with strategies to become stronger, to overcome his limits and master his new beast form. He knew he had potential within him, just waiting to be unlocked, and he was determined to find the right path to achieve his true power. An idea came to his mind like a ray of light amidst the darkness. Gohan said, "What if I tried to master the OOZARU transformation within me like Broly? After all, I'm also a Saiyan." Gohan said to himself, trying to find an answer. This idea consumed him, causing him to toss and turn in bed, unable to find peace. He imagined himself transformed into OOZARU, channeling all his power into a single imposing and powerful form. He visualized every move in his fight against Broly, every blow, every breath, as he mentally prepared himself by increasing his inner energy, channeling it in ways he had never imagined before. For hours, Gohan sailed through a sea of thoughts and ideas, his mind working tirelessly to find the perfect solution to his dilemma. He rewatched his fight against Broly again and created several fights in his mind in great detail, each victory and each defeat, looking for clues about what could come next. Finally, as the sun rose, Gohan came to a decision. With fierce determination gripping his heart, he got out of bed and headed out to the backyard, where the cool morning air enveloped him. Gohan said, "I need to make it. No, I'll make it," Gohan said with a determined sigh and looking at the distant horizon. Your mind clear and focused. He was ready to begin his journey towards absolute power, determined to become the most powerful warrior in Universe 7, and with that burning determination in his heart. So Gohan began his training in the backyard, determined to master his OOZARU form like Broly did. The cool morning air enveloped him as he concentrated, channeling his inner energy and visualizing the transformation in his mind. A feeling of power began to build within him, his skin crawling with the energy that pulsed through his veins. His muscles swelled, his hair shone with light and his eyes turned into luminous slits. This was his beast form, but there was something different. Initially, Gohan felt confident. He felt the OOZARU's power flowing through his body, his heart beating with intensity, but then, something went wrong. A feeling of pressure began to build in his chest, a feeling that something was wrong. Gohan tried to suppress the sensation, but it was as if an invisible force was pushing him beyond his limits. And then, in a moment of pure anguish, Gohan lost control. His body transformed into an uncontrolled mass of power. Gohan was now transformed into a completely white OOZARU, his fury manifesting in a wave of destruction around him. Trees were uprooted, rocks were reduced to dust, and the ground shook beneath his feet. Gohan fought desperately to contain his rage, but it was as if an inner storm was raging inside him, a storm that threatened to consume him entirely. And then, in an instant, Gohan saw his daughter, Pan, running to get closer to her father because she knew that was Gohan. Gohan's heart sank with panic. He shouted for her to stop, but it was too late. In a moment of pure devastation, an errant blow from Gohan's hand struck Pan squarely, sending her flying with a deafening crash. The world around Gohan seemed to slow down as he ran to where Pan had fallen, his heart clenching with pain and remorse. Gohan found Pan unconscious, but apparently unharmed. The sight eased some of the weight on his heart, but guilt consumed him like a burning flame. As he held his daughter in his arms, feeling her heart racing and her breathing heavy, Gohan blamed himself for his lack of control. The quest for power had caused all of this, and Gohan now only had the weight of remorse in his heart. On planet Earth, after Gohan lost control of his OOZARU beast form and hurt his daughter, Pan was in the Capsule Corporation recovering, and Gohan ended up returning to his base form, leaving his heart full of remorse and his mind remembering those scenes where he hurt his daughter. Gohan felt consumed with determination to do things right. He knew he couldn't undo the past, but he could decide what to do from now on. With the sight of Pan in his arms, he swore to himself that he would do whatever it took to control his OOZARU beast form so he wouldn't hurt anyone he loved anymore. Gohan looked at the horizon, where the sun was beginning to rise. He felt a flame of determination burning within him, a flame that drove him to continue and not give up. With firm steps, Gohan returned to his backyard, where the fresh morning air enveloped him like a comforting hug. He closed his eyes for a moment, breathing deeply, focusing on his inner energy. With his mind focused and his heart determined, Gohan began to transform. He felt energy pulsing through his veins, his skin glowing with a brilliant light. His muscles had expanded, his hair had turned white, his face had changed, and his eyes shone with an unusual intensity. Gohan managed to activate his new transformation called OOZARU Beast again, but this time, something was different. Gohan felt a sense of calm and control over himself. He found himself in complete harmony with the beast within him. Gohan was under control of his mind and will. As the transformation stabilized, Gohan felt a sense of overwhelming power coursing through his entire being. He puffed out his chest. His imposing and majestic figure in his yard was incredible, and Gohan smiled with his OOZARU beast form. He was in control. He had mastered his OOZARU beast form. Gohan, with a renewed sense of confidence, Gohan began to explore the limits of his new power. He moved with grace and agility, testing his physical and mental limits. Every movement was fluid, every strike was precise. He felt stronger than ever, more powerful than he had ever dreamed of being. As the sun rose higher in the sky, Gohan continued his training, delving deeper and deeper into his connection with his OOZARU beast form. He channeled his energy, honed his skills, determined to become the ultimate warrior the universe needed. And when the sun finally reached its highest point in the sky, Gohan stopped, looking at the horizon with a satisfied smile. He had achieved what he had set out to do. He had mastered his OOZARU beast form, but there was still something missing before he could use the full power of the OOZARU form. Guys, before continuing this epic story, leave your like, and of course, if you want to help the channel even more, be a member of the channel and help the channel financially, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Once that's done, let's continue the story. Gohan thought, look, my body is completely modified. It's a little strange, but this power is incredible, but I feel that even though I master this form, I still can't use the full power of this transformation, said Gohan, because he knew that the key to unlocking his full potential in his OOZARU form was related to his previous transformation into his beast form, and for him to master the full power of his OOZARU form, he first has to master the beast form, to become the supreme warrior of Universe 7. With a fierce determination gripping his heart, Gohan closed his eyes and returned to his base form and began to transform, his skin glowing with a light as his hair turned gray and long and his eyes red. Gohan now activated his beast form. Gohan said, "This power is incredible, but it doesn't compare to my OOZARU form. Come on, I have to master this power first, to activate my OOZARU beast form at full power again." When Gohan transformed, Gohan felt a sense of familiarity, a deep connection to the beast that roared within him. He found himself in complete harmony with his beast form. As the transformation was complete, Gohan felt a wave of overwhelming power rushing through his entire being. Gohan had mastered his beast form by 100% by uniting his beast form and the OOZARU inside his body, something very similar to what Broly does. With a triumphant smile, Gohan began to explore the limits of his new power. He moved with agility and tested his newfound abilities. Gohan said, "This is incredible. I feel like the most powerful man of all, as no one could beat me, and now with my beast form 100% dominated, I'm sure I'll have more power and control in my OOZARU beast form." Gohan said, sighing and returning to his base form. Gohan said, Well, I think that was enough for today. I managed to master my beast form. Now I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to activate my OOZARU beast transformation again. As the sun set over the horizon, he knew his journey was just beginning, but he was ready to face any challenge that came his way. With a renewed sense of purpose, Gohan returned indoors, where his family was waiting for him. He hugged his wife. Pan was still recovering at Bulma's house, and Gohan made a promise to protect them with his new strength and determination. As night fell over the world, Gohan felt grateful for everything he had achieved. He knew the path ahead of him would be challenging, but he was ready to face whatever obstacle fate had in store for him. The next day at Gohan's house, the sun was setting over the horizon when Goku arrived at Gohan's house, drawn by the intense energy he had felt the day before. Goku was welcomed by Videl, who opened the door for Goku. Goku said, "Hello, Gohan, Videl." Goku said greeting, his face lit up by an expression of genuine joy as he suspected that all that power he felt was his son's. Gohan said, "Hi, Dad." Gohan said, responding, and then giving his father a very enthusiastic hug. Gohan said, "What a surprise to see you here." Gohan said, his eyes shining with emotion and joy seeing that his father was there. Goku looked around, noticing the atmosphere covered by ki. He didn't really know what it was yet, but he knew it was a high amount that was concentrated there. Goku said, "I felt an incredible energy coming from here, so I decided to stop by to see what was going on. Looks like I missed something interesting." Goku spoke in a posture showing curiosity and excitement regarding what had happened. Gohan said, "Actually, you came at the right time. I've been training with Broly and learned some new things that I'd like to share with you." Gohan said, excited about his father's appearance and what he could share. As the family gathered in the living room, Gohan reported to Goku about his training with Broly, describing the beast forms and the OOZARU beast he had mastered. Goku listened with interest, his eyes shining with fascination at the new revelations. Goku said, "That's incredible, Gohan. You've always been an exceptional fighter, but it seems like you're reaching a new level of power now." Goku said impressed. Gohan said, "Yes, I'm determined to become even stronger, but I think a good way to test my skills would be with a fight. What do you think, Dad?" Gohan said, feeling grateful for his father's support. Goku's eyes lit up with excitement at the challenge. Goku said, "A fight, huh? I would love. Let's see what you're capable of, Gohan," said Goku, determined to face Gohan. With a determined smile, Gohan and Goku stood up and headed out of the house, ready to face each other in a test of strength and skill. Goku assumed a fighting stance, and Gohan did the same. On planet Earth, the atmosphere was electric as Goku and Gohan faced each other across the battlefield, both unblinkingly maintaining focus. The sun shone brightly above them, reflecting the determination in both Saiyan's eyes. Starting in his strongest forms, Goku unleashed all his energy without taking it easy on his son, transforming into his most powerful form Ultra Instinct, while Gohan activated his newly mastered form, OOZARU Beast. The fight began with a burst of speed, with the two moving so quickly that they appeared as bright, golden blurs across the battlefield. Thundering blows echoed through the air as they clashed repeatedly, each impact sending shockwaves across the landscape. Gohan threw a powerful punch that Goku skillfully blocked, before counterattacking with a blast of concentrated energy. Gohan responded with a Kamehameha of his own, and the two energy beams collided in the middle, creating an explosion that lit up the sky. As the fight continued, Goku and Gohan unleashed a series of impressive techniques and attacks. Goku performed an acrobatic movement, spinning in the air while launching several key energy towards Gohan, who deftly deflected them with agile movements. Gohan counterattacked with a quick attack, delivering a sequence of quick blows that hit Goku's body hard. Goku responded with a powerful kick, sending Gohan flying backwards, but Gohan quickly recovered and returned to the battle. The two Saiyans flew through the sky, leaving trails of glowing energy. Goku launched a handful of sharp Kienzens towards Gohan, who destroyed them with his ki. Next, Gohan concentrated his energy into his hands, forming a gigantic ball of ki that he fired towards Goku. Goku responded with a teleportation, disappearing and reappearing behind Gohan to throw a powerful punch. Gohan blocked the blow with difficulty, but before he could react, Goku fired a blast of energy, sending Gohan staggering back. Goku focused his energy around himself, increasing his power, and went towards his son Gohan and launched a series of quick, coordinated attacks, each blow cutting through the air with devastating precision. Gohan, not to be outdone, responded with a teleportation technique of his own, instantly appearing behind Goku and delivering a sequence of powerful blows. His speed and agility increased, allowing him to dodge Goku's attacks and then counterattack. The fight became a dance of ki and power, with both warriors executing fluid, precise movements. Goku launched a blast of energy towards Gohan, while the latter responded with a ki barrier that absorbed the impact and redirected it back to Goku. Then, Goku concentrated his energy in his hands, creating a Kamehameha, and launched it towards Gohan. The young Saiyan responded with a defensive barrier technique, surrounding himself in a protective aura that dispelled Goku's attack. Guys, before continuing this epic story, leave your like, and of course, if you want to help the channel even more, be a member of the channel and help the channel financially, and of course subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Once that's done, let's continue the story. The fight continued to unfold in a series of complex movements and powerful blows. Goku and Gohan flew through the sky in a display of power and skill, their energies colliding and intertwining in a chaotic dance of destruction. And so, amidst the whirlwind of energy and ki, the two warriors continued to fight, determined to prove their strength and determination. Each blow exchanged was a demonstration of his unshakable will and desire to achieve final victory. Goku unleashed a series of rapid combos, alternating between punches and kicks in an impressive sequence, while Gohan responded with acrobatic movements, dodging Goku's attacks and counterattacking with precise strikes. Suddenly, Goku disappeared from Gohan's sight, only to reappear above him, diving in with a powerful downward strike. Gohan reacted quickly, avoiding the attack and counterattacking with a powerful punch that sent Goku flying. Goku, undeterred, concentrated his energy around his hands, forming yet another Kamehameha that he launched towards Gohan. The young Saiyan responded by summoning a blast of energy of his own, creating a spectacular collision in the middle of the battlefield. Meanwhile, Goku performed an evasive move, skillfully dodging Gohan's attacks and gaining the upper hand over his opponent. Gohan, in turn, focused on his inner energy, increasing his strength and speed to match Goku's. The battle continued, with Goku and Gohan exchanging powerful attacks and quick dodges. Each movement was calculated and executed with precision, as the two warriors fought tirelessly to discover who was more powerful. As the battle intensified, Goku and Gohan demonstrated an impressive array of techniques and strategies. Goku delivered a series of quick and precise blows, while Gohan responded with agile movements, deftly dodging attacks and counterattacking with powerful blows. Suddenly, Goku disappeared from Gohan's sight, using his teleportation to quickly move across the battlefield. Gohan, in turn, concentrated his energy, increasing his speed and agility to match Goku's movements. The battle continued at a frantic speed, with the two warriors exchanging increasingly faster and more powerful blows. Goku launched an increased Kaioken, increasing his strength and speed along with his Ultra Instinct, while Gohan focused his energy on a devastating technique. Then, the two warriors collided once more, releasing a blast of energy that lit up the sky. The earth shook beneath their feet as they channeled all of their power into a final confrontation, determined to prove who was the most powerful Saiyan in Universe 7. As the fight progressed, both warriors began to increase their focus and precision of attacks and movements through their forms of power. Goku charged at Gohan, his fiery aura radiating intense heat. Gohan, in turn, evolved and retaliated by also moving towards his father. The blows became even more furious, with Goku launching blasts of energy while Gohan deftly dodged, slashing back with a series of quick, precise blows. The earth shook beneath their feet as they continued to exchange devastating blows. Finally, the crucial moment arrived. Goku concentrated his energy, channeling it around himself so that he wouldn't let it leak and waste an unnecessary amount, just as he learned when he fought against Jiren in the Tournament of Power. His body radiated an intense silver aura, and his speed and power reached unimaginable levels. Gohan, however, didn't back down. Instead, he concentrated, doing the same thing as Goku, but in his mastered OOZARU beast form. His aura transformed, taking on a more fierce and powerful appearance. The two Saiyans clashed one last time, their fists colliding in a blast of pure energy. The sky lit up as their attacks met, creating a shockwave that extended throughout Universe 7. When the dust settled, it was Gohan who emerged triumphant. His body was injured, but he remained standing, looking at the horizon with a look of determination. Goku said, "Apparently I'll have to train to overcome another warrior, but I'm happy to know that this warrior is my son." Goku spoke, although defeated, smiling with pride, recognizing his son's strength. Gohan said, "Let's get stronger together, Dad." Gohan said, eager for what was to come. And so, the battle came to an end, with Gohan being the victor, proving himself as a true warrior worthy of continuing his family's legacy. Guys, with this we will end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes on the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So see you another day, guys.